channel or welcome to my channel. Today's video is part 4 of the series Finish a Sketchbook with me. In today's video we are going to be using markers. I'm going to be trying out 2 types of alcohol-based markers and 1 type of calligraphy marker, so let's get to it. Today I really wanted to draw my webcomic characters, my OCs. I usually always draw them digitally, but this time I really wanted to draw them traditionally, and I was really having fun. This here is Luna. She is the main character, the female lead of my story, Luna, Guardian of the White Forest. She has this really sweet but mature and dark sometimes aura, and I wanted her to have this pose and give her more of a model type of look. I used a reference from Pinterest, the best friend of all artists. Unfortunately, I didn't film that part of it, but here I am swatching skin colors for her. She has a very deep tan skin color, so I was swatching these to see which would suit her the best. And I actually ended up using all of them just to layer it up and hopefully get the best result. As you guys saw, these are the Uhuhu markers. I believe that is how it's pronounced. And the best way I found is to just layer them from the lightest to darkest colors. And so far that has worked out for me. I do a lot of traditional art. I only started doing digital art just a year ago, and even traditional art I would always use more like acrylic paints, watercolors, and all of those things. So markers has always been quite a bit difficult for me. Here you can see I'm really trying not to make it look streaky, but it does end up looking streaky. Here I started panicking a little bit because I chose a bit too much of a dark color to start adding the shadows, but you will see how I fixed it later. By the way, if you guys want to learn more about my webcomic and my OCs, please check out my Patreon. I do a lot of exclusive content about my webcomic on there, along with a series called Webcomic 101, where I basically guide you guys step by step on how to create your own webcomic. In a way, shading with this really dark tone kind of helped me decide where I really wanted the shadows to be, and kind of made me think more about the placements. I used the midtones of these 2 colors to layer the colors up and try to make her skin tone deeper and try to blend that shadow a bit more with her skin tone. And to my surprise, it worked, and my anxiety levels were definitely lowering. Her hair and eye color is a very grayish silver color, and I didn't really find those tones exactly, but here I was trying really hard to make sure to match correctly. I skipped half the process here, but as you can see, it turned out pretty good, and surprisingly everything matches really well with her. And here I am cutting it out so I can put it on my sketchbook as a collage type of spread. I liked Luna's spread so much that I decided to do the other OCs as well. This is Snow, male lead, also a main character. And right now his pose is really weird, but trust me, it gets better, okay? I was trying to go for a very cool pose, but in a way this drawing really put out his character as exactly what he is, goofy, cool, and chill at the same time, so it worked out, I guess. Skipped half the process again, but you guys, I have a limited time. I'm trying to make my videos only like last 20 minutes, and like I have like 14 more drawings to show you guys, so sorry that there is no full detailed process, but let me know if you guys do want a video like that. That's gonna be longer and shows the full process. This turned out really well too, and I really like how they look next to each other. Now I am drawing Isis, the main side character. He is this really mature and really thoughtful and sweet person. And yeah, he has this beautiful golden blonde hair. And I was really trying hard to do justice to his character, but I don't know, you guys are the judge. Now I am drawing Mike. He is also one of the main side characters. He is a very silly, funny, and very outgoing person. And I thought this pose would be perfect for him. He also has a very deep skin tone, however his is more warm toned, and I was struggling here a bit with his skin tone, but later on it gets better. Et voila! I think his turned out the best. I really like this one. I think especially for that little motorcycle of his. It's just so on point with his character. These are the side characters, the Queen and King, but as you can see, I did not record any of the process. Anyways, here I am using the calligraphy markers. Their blendability is horrible, if I say so myself. And to be honest, I was also very lazy this day, and I didn't want to draw out that intricate of drawings. I did give it my best, but you'll see why I don't like the next two drawings. This was around Halloween, and this day I was so impatient that I really didn't even want to finish this drawing, but I persevered and pushed through, and it's so. I'm using the complementary of red, which is green, and I did not think it would come out this dark. It almost looks black, and until I started doing dashes and stripes, I didn't really notice the green in it at all. You can see it here in the shadow when I'm trying to kind of make it look like a shadow, that it is in fact green, but it definitely looked so dark on the red itself. I drew some blood drops and stuff for it too, and moved on to the next one. I wanted to do a coffin for this one, but as I said, I was so lazy that I didn't do any measurements. I didn't care if it looked good or not. As I said, I was pushing through. I chose yellow and its complementary color blue. I don't know why it's a coffin. Why did I choose something that did not match its vibe at all? But I guess I was just doing whatever, trying to make it fun for myself, so I experimented with different colors. I would have definitely gone for more of a gray and black color if I were to do this again, but I think it turned out okay. At this point, I had watched Arcane, and let me tell you something. Arcane is the best animated series in a very long time. Definitely go watch it. And I think you can definitely tell who my favorite character from Arcane is. It is Jinx. Jinx from Arcane is just the most iconic character ever. I was trying to stay true to the reference as much as I could, but I'm not really good at following references, so I do feel like I betrayed Jinx a little bit. She looks way more mature in my drawing. She doesn't have that little childish spark to her, that insanity of hers a bit. So I might draw Jinx again, but not in the near future. The lighting in this reference was very dynamic, and I was struggling a bit until I kind of figured it out, and I guess it worked out. Drawing digitally the past year made me realize how much easier it is to fill up spaces like this digitally rather than traditionally, but I will say it was a bit more satisfying this way. Now I'm drawing my second most favorite character from Arcane, and it is Echo. I feel like I betrayed Echo as well because he does not look like the reference at all, but I gave it my best shot. Also, I will not give any spoilers, but once you watch it, you will understand why these two are my favorite characters. But if you have watched it, comment down below who your favorite character was from Arcane Season 1 and 2. And if it's more than one, I'd be glad to hear as well. I also decided to give him the Fireflies logo in this logo mark, I don't know, and I hope I did it correctly because I love their team. And yep, I am officially in love. Now then, I really wanted to do some sceneries as well in this portion of the sketchbook because I'd never drawn scenery with markers. And let me tell you, it was very challenging. Very. At this point in the drawing, I was so ready to get up and grab my acrylics, but I had to stay strong. At this point, it was starting to pull together and I was having a bit more hope for this painting. And at the end, it does look decent. The tape removal was the most disappointing. It wasn't all that clean and I was having a hard time filming while only using one of my hands. I was holding my phone in the other one. This reference was even more challenging because I didn't use the correct colors. I didn't swatch them beforehand. And as you can see, it was a bit off, but I guess it was okay. Now, one thing that I have been too scared to try out my entire life, even though I've been painting and drawing since I was a little child, has been this: metallics, silver, gold, all of that stuff. So today I decided, why not do the hardest thing I've ever done with the hardest material I've ever tried. So you'll see me struggle quite a bit, but I end up surprising myself actually. Like, tell me, does that not look like metal? This one was a bit more off with the proportions, but it's still looking good. Gold, however, was even harder, but I had more fun with it too. I mean, look at that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had so much fun doing this section of the sketchbook, and let me know if you guys like this voiceover instead of only captions and background sound more. And yeah, bye.